Today on Capital Living, we're meeting with Jan Lam, an entrepreneur whose journey proves that sometimes the biggest opportunities come from taking a completely different path than the one that you originally planned.
Today, we'll be looking at how that decision unfolded and what investors can learn from it. So Jan, you earned a master's degree in aerospace engineering. You worked at companies like NASA and other large corporations. What was that time of your life like?
Well, one of the reasons why I got involved in aerospace engineering was because I thought the key to success was to be smart. One of the things that I was unsatisfied with was that I wanted to retire my parents from all the sacrifice they did for us escaping communist Vietnam. And I knew my six-figure job was not going to do that.
So what inspired you then to leave the security of a safe corporate job to pursue entrepreneurship?
Well, in a corporate job, I'm being taxed at the highest rate. Entrepreneurship, you have tax benefits, and that was my ticket to be able to buy my time back and help my parents retire, but also for myself, be a stay-at-home parent between my wife and myself. And also, before I made the leap from corporate America to entrepreneurship, I had to have the conversation at home with my family, my kids, my spouse, and get the buy-in and support. Because if I have friction at home, it's hard to build stuff on the outside, right? So if I have support on the inside, the outside stuff comes a lot more faster and it's accelerated because there's that support on the inside.
So what type of challenges have you faced in investing then?
Well, the thing is you gotta work with the right people. And unfortunately, I've had to deal with the wrong people, and that caused the demise of the actual deals. And the relationships are everything because, it's almost like a family. And in business, real estate can be a very cutthroat business, and there are people who are out there to get you. But if you build with the right people, they're gonna grow with you, and they're not gonna be the one to take advantage of you.
So tell me about your first successful deal and what did that teach you?
Our first deal was in Manassas, Virginia. It's a single-family home, and it was from a friend of a friend who was going through probate. And the thing I learned was that because it was my first one, I was really nervous. I went to the project every day and learned about the renovation project. I didn't do any of the work though. I just learned the process, right? And from there, we got $100,000 out of that deal.
Wow, that's great. So how did that success change your perception as an entrepreneur then?
When I was doing that deal, I was still part-time. I was still working my full-time job, and I saw that as my ticket to get rid of my full-time job. And I said, you know what? If I can pay it forward and show people what I know, I will feel really good about that. So that way they can have the same lifestyle and live the American dream like I have.
So what are some of the biggest mistakes that you're seeing new investors make then?
Well, we started an education company. A lot of the new students actually try to use their own team members, their own contractors, their own agents. And I found out that using the wrong people, it can be very detrimental to your deal.
I hear a lot of horror stories about people using the wrong contractors. Why is that such a critical lesson to use the right contractor?
In our area, DC, Maryland, and Virginia, all three jurisdictions have different building codes, and also they all have different things that would sell in the market. So having a contractor that knows all those things completes the need for the fix and flip investor, and they can't do that. They're not adding any value to that fix and flip.
So what inspired the creation of FH Growth Fund then?
Well, we've raised a lot of money for doing a lot of small deals, but we've been recently getting a lot of bigger deals. And I figured that we create a big general fund we can do a public solicitation for, and then we can then manage that asset all at once.
So what type of opportunities are you looking for in today's market?
Land development, multifamily, and commercial opportunities, and deals that are much lower risk but higher profitability. And I found out that, believe it or not, things that are much higher dollar amount are much lower risk.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
So you and your wife have a nonprofit organization that you started that teaches entrepreneurship to young people. What inspired this?
Well, my wife and I have 5 kids, and hearing feedback from them, what they learned from the public school system, we realized they're lacking true entrepreneurship skills. So that led us to found the organization between my wife and I, and then later was able to bring her first board member, who actually was the one who inspired her to make it official with the IRS to be a nonprofit organization, Sylvia, as a board member. Sylvia, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the nonprofit organization for entrepreneurship for kids?
Of course. The goal and mission of the nonprofit organization is to offer a safe platform and full support to the kids to create, to innovate, and to invent. So if they have the tiny spark of creativity or innovative ideas, we want to ignite it for them into something tangible by teaching them how to do a business plan, marketability, leadership skills, and even offering them seed money.
So Jan, what type of legacy are you trying to create with both your business and your charitable organization?
Well, with all my 5 kids, our businesses, once we leave this earth one day, we want to leave it for our children to manage and grow for multiple generational purposes and wealth growth. But for our charitable work, we want to leave a legacy for future generations that let them know that anything's possible. This is the American dream. And you can always work a 9-to-5 job if that's your desire, but that's not your only option. You can also be an entrepreneur and know that you can learn these things outside of the public school system.
As we've seen through today's episode, the DMV region is filled with remarkable people, unique destinations, thriving businesses, and inspiring stories that remind us of what's possible when hard work, vision, and opportunity come together. The DMV region offers an incredible variety of opportunities for people to live, work, invest, and thrive. I'm Jonathan Rundlett. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Capital Living. We'll see you next time.